Good morning, Algebra 4 students. We are going to continue with our lesson 12.3, arithmetic sequence and series. So today we are going to focus on finding the indicated terms for an arithmetic series based on a series of numbers. So we're going to start out with now, what is an arithmetic sequence? It is a sequence in which there is a common difference between consecutive terms. So, one way to look at that is if you think back to skip counting. So you kind of go like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the difference between 2 and 4 is 2. The difference between 4 and 6 is 2. The difference between 6 and 8 is 2. And then the difference between 8 and 10 is 2. So the whole point is that they have a common difference. So if they're a common difference, then it's a yes. You're going to go for it. And then you just label it yes or CD for common difference. If it's not in common, so for instance, if we had 2, 5, 9, 11. So the difference between 2 and 5 is 3. The difference between 5 and 9 is 4. And the difference between 9 and 11 is 2. So because they are not a common difference, they're not the same, then it's going to be labeled as either no or with a slash 0, like a D and a slash 0. So that's kind of how that goes. So let me just erase this for us. So our paper don't look all All right, so let's go ahead and look at this. So it is reteach again, 12.3, and starting on page 22. So it looks like this. If you want to go ahead and get pencil and paper out to take some notes, what I have here is do a couple off this page, and then I'll do a couple of examples. So let's look at the numbers that we have here. So the numbers that we have, we're going to start off with, we have -4 to -3, which is a difference of 4. Then we have -3 to -1. So -3 to 1, it's a difference of 4. Now we go from 1 to 5, difference of 4. From 5 to 9, a difference of 4. So our difference is 4. And on the side of this one, you can mark that CD or yes. Next one, we have 54 to 44. So in doing 54 to 44, our difference is 11. The difference between 44 and 38, 14. The difference from 38 to 32 is 6. So you can kind of see where we're going here. So that will be equal to a no because it's inconsistent. If you look here, that's 11, 14, 6. Nope, it's not consistent. All right, let's move to our next one. On our next one here, we have -3 to -1 gives us a total of 4. All right, and then we have negative 1 to 1, which gives us a difference of 2. Wait, this is wrong. Between negative 3 and negative 1 is 2 is the difference. Between negative 1 and positive 1, 2 is the difference. Because remember, it goes from negative 1 to 0 to 1, so that's 2 spaces. And then you have 1 plus 1 gives you 2. And then you have 1 to 3, which gives you 2. So this one would be a yes. And it's 2. Actually, I think it's too many ones in this one. All right. So that's how we get those. So we said a arithmetic sequence is when you have a common difference between the numbers before and the numbers after on a sequence. So the first one we had the 4s. The next one we had, there was inconsistent 11, 14, 6. And it's a no. And then on the third one, it's a consistent 2. Awesome. All right. So moving right along. So let's look at a couple examples. It says, which of the following sequences are arithmetic? Identify the common differences. So we go from 3 to 15. So that gives us a difference of 12. Then we go from 15 to 27. That gives us a difference of 12. We go from 27 to 39, which is a difference of 12. And we go from 39 to 51, which is a difference of 12. And if you're just kind of looking to see how I'm coming up with the differences, all right. So we're going to mark this as a difference of 12. Then next, we have 5 to 13, difference of 8. Uh-oh. My bad. Let me move that up. Then we go from 13 to 21, a difference of 8. And then we go from 21 to 29, a difference of 8. And go from 29 to 37, a difference of 8. So what I did is I went on and broke the steps up because there's a lot of different steps to where we're going toward the end. And so just want to make sure that you guys have a clear understanding of how this works. So either you have an arithmetic sequence, which is a consistent difference between the number before it and the number after it, or you do not. So, and it's going to be a part of an equation that's coming forward. So again, that's on page 22. And let's see. So I did the first 2 examples for you. I did number 1 for you, and I did at least the sequence part of number 4. All right. So moving right along. So if you could complete the rest, complete 1 through 3, which is exactly like this one. All right. Have a good afternoon, and I'll be back with you in the next video to show you how to do the next steps.